Update 53 is releasing next week, and I got some early access footage to show you. This update is gonna be a small one, as NK recently came back from vacation, so no new towers, paragons, or bosses, but I do have some interesting things to show you. Let's begin with what's in the title. Yes, the Boomerang Paragon is getting an ability, and this is one of the few paragons that previously had no abilities at all, so it's kinda cool to see it finally has one. The ability is called Overcharge, and when activated it gives 10 stacks of Overcharge, which each increases the attack speed of the Paragon, and these stacks then get depleted over time. From some quick and dirty testing I did, I believe that 10 stacks gives the Paragon double the attack speed, and it depletes 1 stack every 3 seconds, so overall the ability lasts for 30 seconds. The ability seems to have a base cooldown of 45 seconds at degree 1 with no Monkey Knowledge, and if you bring it up to degree 40 and add Monkey Knowledge, then the ability will have 100% uptime. So as soon as you lose the last stack, the ability will come back and you can reactivate it. Now, assuming my quick testing is correct as well as my math, which is extremely doubtful, this would mean that a degree 40 Boomerang Paragon now basically has been buffed by 50% due to this new ability in terms of overall damage output. We also got a new map called Party Parade, which is a good looking, very simplistic 2-lane map with a barrier between them that is very tall, nothing can see over it, and I also did a quick run of normal Bloonarius on it to try out the new ability with a high degree Glaive Dominus. We also got a new Gwen skin, as well as some new quests, including a support only mode quest, so that's pretty cool, and we also got a new advanced info panel that you can open up on each tower. Here you can see the amount of actual pops that the tower has gotten, not just the regular damage that we're used to, and you can also see the round that the tower was placed, its current value, cash spent, cash earned, and lives gained. Now, some of these stats we already had. The new ones are pops, round placed, cash spent, and lives gained. Cash earned is only for cash generation, so for example, if a dart monkey pops a bloon, that does not count as getting $1 of income. It also does not seem to work for something like a tier 4 bottom path village. You cannot see how much extra cash that the towers in its range has made due to the buff. This panel can and probably will change in the future, because right now it's pretty basic in my opinion. I feel like the things we already have access to elsewhere can be removed so that new interesting stats can occupy this space instead. Like for example what I mentioned with income buffs. And something I wished for a long time ago was to see how much of the damage on a tower comes from debuff damage. That would be very useful. And on the individual debuff towers themselves, you could see how much debuff damage they have added to all the other towers. And some people might have thought that advanced stats would mean being able to see something like damage and attack speed stats, because that's an idea that was talked about a lot before, but that doesn't seem to be what Ninja Kiwi was going for here, but that's also a possible use of this panel. There's a ton of ideas I could think of here, but point being is that I'm very happy to see this panel being added, as I'm sure this will slowly evolve over time to be a very interesting source of stats. Also, powers that you own can now be used for free in Sandbox, and this is awesome. I love when things are added that are meant for testing purposes, because this game does have a lot of testing to it. It's not just straight gaming, there is a lot of calculating and testing even among semi-casual players. And lastly, the Jungle's Bounty no longer has an ability but will make money at the end of the round instead. I am not sure why this was mentioned here instead of in the final patch notes with the balance changes. I think maybe NK was feeling bad that there isn't too much in this update, that they felt they needed to include something more in the preview notes to not make it look so short. You know, like when the teacher says you gotta write at least 10 pages, so you ramble on and try to put as many words as you can in each sentence. I feel like that's kind of what they did here. Anyway, this was just a small quick bit video to let you know what's coming. Pretty cool with a new Paragon ability, big potential for the info panel, decent map, but the most interesting stuff in the update will probably be the balance changes. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next one.